For nearly 2 decades, Little People, Big World has been one of America's most beloved family shows, but behind the heartwarming moments, a storm's been brewing. Cut to split screen of Zach, Matt, and Caryn. Tension between Zach and his father Matt has reached a breaking point, and Caryn's role in it all has only made things more complicated. Insert clips of recent interviews, social media posts, or news headlines. Fans are asking what really happened behind the cameras. How did the once close Roloff family fracture so deeply, and is there any hope for reconciliation? Beat, soft, reflective background music fades in. In today's video, we're diving into the emotional fallout that's reshaped the Roloff family, exploring new insights, unseen updates, and exclusive reactions that reveal what's really going on. Emotional moments, farm footage, interviews. Stick around till the end because what we've uncovered may completely change how you see the family's story. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. The tension within the Roloff family didn't appear overnight. It built over years, rooted in personal and business decisions that reshaped their relationships. Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler's relationship. After his divorce from Amy Roloff in 2016, Matt began dating Caryn Chandler, who had worked on the Roloff farms for years as the manager and family friend. While their relationship blossomed, it also created new dynamics and sensitivities, especially given Caryn's past involvement in farm operations. Some family members, most notably Zach and Tori, felt uneasy about how quickly Caryn became part of family events and farm matters. Zach and Tori's growing distance. As Matt and Caryn's relationship became more public, Zach and Tori began pulling back from the farm's day-to-day life. Once active participants in family activities and the show's storylines, they started spending more time focusing on their own family, moving away from the property both emotionally and geographically. The farm sale disagreement. The real breaking point came with the Roloff farm sale dispute. Matt had long expressed hopes of keeping the farm in the family, but when discussions arose about Zach and Tori potentially buying part of it, negotiations fell apart. Zach publicly described the process as extremely disappointing, claiming Matt's approach was more business-minded than family-centered. Matt, on the other hand, defended his stance, citing financial practicality. The disagreement left deep emotional scars, turning what was once a shared family legacy into a symbol of division. From there, the distance between Matt and Zach, and by extension, the entire family, only widened, setting the stage for the ongoing rift viewers continue to see unfold. In that time frame of the episode, Zach engages in a frank and emotive conversation with Caryn and his father, Matt Roloff, about the state of his relationship with his dad and the farm, according to reviews. Zach says essentially, "When it comes to my dad, yeah, I don't know, dude, like that ship's all sailed. Like there's not much of a relationship, it's just doing our own thing." He emphasizes that his children don't ask to come to the farm. It's nothing we're hiding, it's just they don't ask and they have their own space up here. The tone conveys resignation rather than anger, acknowledging distance and maybe a choice. Caryn, for her part, points out that the children no longer come around the farm to visit. So the gist, Zach is clarifying that his family is distancing themselves, or being distanced, from the farm side of the family, Matt plus Caryn, and he sees that distance as real and perhaps permanent. This moment is significant for several reasons. It publicly acknowledges what may have been quietly true, that the father-son relationship between Zach and Matt is fractured. The language "ships all sailed" is quite final. The children's lack of interest or absence in coming to the farm is used as evidence of the changed relationship. That changes not just Zach's relationship with his father but the intergenerational dynamic, grandchildren, farm legacy, etc. It shifts the story of the show. Rather than being about a unified farm family with the Roloffs all involved, it moves into a territory where there are distinct branches, choices, and some separation. Given that the show has long celebrated the family farm legacy, this conversation signals a new era. The legacy is being questioned, reinterpreted, or perhaps left behind by Zach's branch. For the other family members, Matt plus Caryn especially, the admission forces a reckoning. The hope for reconciliation is less certain, and it may require new terms. Indeed, Caryn says just because it's now ended sad doesn't mean that didn't exist, those memories I'm holding on to. In short, this is a point of no return, or at least a recognition of one, in how the family operates. It changes the us versus them, farm versus off-farm narrative into something more fractured. On Reddit, some users note that Caryn is not simply a step-parent, but is seen by Zach and some fans as someone connected to the divorce situation, hence the emotional weight of the conversation. Others point out that Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, have signaled their departure from the show, thus making this conversation feel like a farewell or exit marker. Speculation swirls around. Will the farm legacy be sold off? Will future episodes show reconciliation or further drifting apart? How will the show pivot if one of its major branches steps away? Many fans express sadness or frustration. Sadness because they feel the show's family together image is cracking. Frustration because this real-life drama may be affecting the show's tone or audience. A common fan commentary: the show was always about the Roloffs together on the farm. Now this conversation signals that maybe that story is over or changing. What Zach's message reveals about deeper family issues. From this exchange and its context, several deeper dynamics become visible. Legacy versus autonomy. Zach seems to be making a conscious choice to move away from the farm legacy, or at least from its central role. His children not asking to come to the farm suggests a generational shift. They may feel less connected. This suggests conflict between holding on to the past and forging a new identity. Distance as detachment versus protection. The tone isn't overtly angry but distant. Zach's phrasing suggests resignation. This could mean he is protecting his own family from ongoing tension rather than engaging in more conflict. But it also raises questions about how emotional connection was built, or not, between father and son. Public portrayal versus private reality. On a show like this, there's a public image of family togetherness. But this conversation pulls back the curtain. The image doesn't match the reality. That can create strain for viewers and for family members when what is shown is not what is felt. Role of new family additions. Caryn, as Matt's fiancé/partner, plays a role in the narrative and the feelings of Zach. The conversation suggests that her presence is a feature, not just a footnote, of the family dynamics. That can trigger feelings of exclusion, change, or power realignment. Generational divergence. Zach's children have their own space and aren't automatically tied into the Roloff farm narrative. That signals that the next generation may choose differently. That can create tension for the older generation who expected continuity of involvement. Acceptance of change. The recognition by Zach there's not much of a relationship, we're doing our own thing, indicates acceptance rather than resistance. That in itself is a shift. Rather than pushing to repair heal, the stance is this is what it is. That can open space for healing on different terms or can lead to further drifting. It's finally happened. The tension that's been simmering inside the Roloff family for years has reached its breaking point. Zach Roloff has spoken his final words to Caryn Chandler. Matt has broken down in a way fans never expected, and now Caryn herself has dropped a shocking update that's left everyone speechless. Cut to old clips of the Roloff farm and family interviews. If you've followed Little People, Big World, you know the Roloffs have faced their fair share of heartbreak and division. But this time, it's different. The farm feud, the emotional distance, and the private pain behind closed doors have all come crashing to the surface. Beat of silence, slow zoom on family feud. Today we're breaking down everything. Zach's emotional final message to Caryn, Matt's raw, unseen breakdown, and Caryn's reaction, or lack of one, that has everyone talking. We've gathered every detail, insider claim, and fan response to give you the full story of what really went down inside the Roloff family. Caryn Chandler has long been at the center of Little People, Big World's most persistent controversies, often cast as the wedge between Matt Roloff and his sons. But her latest chapter may be rewriting that narrative. Through subtle social media updates, a noticeable absence from family gatherings, and a quieter public presence, Caryn's message seems unmistakable. She's choosing peace and independence over public perception. These days, Caryn is spending more time with Matt away from the cameras, focusing on a calmer, more personal phase of life. Some fans believe she's intentionally stepping away from the drama altogether. Others speculate that a bigger life change may be on the horizon, perhaps marriage, or even a move away from Oregon. Whatever her next step may be, Caryn's recent choices make one thing clear. She's no longer seeking validation. Instead, she's embracing acceptance, the understanding that not everyone will approve of her path, and that's perfectly fine. In the end, what we're witnessing isn't just a family disagreement, it's the painful truth about change, pride, and growing apart. For years, the Roloffs have let us into their world, sharing their triumphs and struggles. But behind the fame and the farm, they're simply a family, one trying to heal in their own way. Whether this moment marks the end of their connection or the beginning of something new remains to be seen. One thing's certain, Little People, Big World will never be the same again. Thanks for watching, and until next time.